I stopped using Dotenv files, and you should too. In this video, I will show you what are the pain points and the security issues of using Dotenv files, and how you can solve them using a secret store. Let's go. So the first pain point is loading the Dotenv file. Depending on the language you use, you will have to use different tools. For instance, in Python, you have load.env, and you have some equivalent in every languages. The alternative is to load beforehand the Dotenv file in your environment, but most of the time people are using some of those libraries in their language to do it. Then you have the copy-pasting between your projects. A bunch of time you have, let's say, an OpenAI key and other secrets that you use in different projects, and every time you need to copy-paste this key in different Dotenv files that are scattered around your computer. And then you have changing values depending on the environment. So usually you will have multiple Dotenv files with different suffix like dotenv.dev or dotenv.local or .production.staging and so on. And regarding the security issues, you have the accidental push to GitHub. So it's a problem especially on a public repository. So you forget to ignore your Dotenv file and you push it to the repo, and some people scanning constantly those GitHub repositories will find your secrets and use them. Then you have malicious code that runs on your computer and will scan all the Dotenv files that they can find in your folders. For instance, you can refer to the recent NPM supply chain attack that infected some popular packages and let them run some malicious code that would scan your computer to find different stuff like crypto keys or secrets in Dotenv files. Finally, if you stream or if you sometimes have video calls, it's really easy to accidentally leak the secrets because you open a file and there is, let's say, 2 tabs on your VS Code or your NeoVim, and one of those files is the Dotenv file. So today I will show you how you can use a secret store to store your credentials safely and inject them in the program you use. So the usual flow with the Dotenv file is that you run some code. This code loads the Dotenv files from the disk, and then you proceed with the code execution. So this code here will have the environment variable set. With the secret store flow, it's different. You have a remote service that stores your secrets. So the first step is that you need to fetch the secrets from the store, inject the different variables into your environment variables, and then proceed with code execution. So it's a bit different here, and it removes totally the problem of security, let's say in the big part, because you don't have any more Dotenv files on your computer. Everything is stored on a safe server, and it's the CLI from this tool that will have the responsibility to inject those precise variables into the environment. To illustrate the point, I will show you what I use. It's called Infisical, and it's a tool that is open source, so you don't have to pay to use it. And they have a hosted version that has, let's say, generous free tier. So I use the free tier myself, don't have to pay for the tool. And it helps you store your secrets on a safe place and inject them using their CLI. So let's go through the entire flow so you can understand a bit how it works. So first of all, I go on the dashboard. And inside the dashboard, I will create, let's say, a new project to show you how it works. So we create a project. Here I will call it, let's say, YouTube demo. And we will add a bunch of secrets there. So I will add a first secret, let's say API key 1, put some value here. So this is the secret, and then we need to specify the environment. It's cool because Infisical already have the notion of environment, so you can have your value here for development, staging, and production, and change it depending on the environment without duplicating anything. So here I would just say it's available in development. I create the first one, then I create a second one, so API key 2. And here I put some other value. Epic development again. So now the usage. you need to log into Infisical. But after you are logged in, using the CLI, you can init your project. So you can run Infisical init, and it will ask you what project you want to use. So first I use my organization, and then I choose the YT demo. Okay, so now how do you inject those environment variables to your project? So it's super simple. You use the CLI here, and you say that you want to run on the development environment. If you remember, we put the secret in the environment development, and then you can run whatever program you want to use, and it will have the environment variable set up. So here we just use pwned, and we'll grep on API key. So as you can see here, we see our two values, API key 1 and API key 2. So it means that here you could have anything like uv run, let's say, scripts.py, and this script.py will have the environment variable set. Or you can use npm something if you use JavaScript. As you can see, it's super simple then to store safely your credentials and inject them into your programs without never writing those credentials in a Dotenv file on your computer. Finally, I just want to mention that Infisical has integrations with a lot of different tools. Let's say Ansible, Kubernetes, and Docker. It also has an agent mode, so it's really easy to find a way to integrate Infisical with any deployment scenario or any tool. And that's it. Stop using your Dotenv files and use a secret store instead. There are many of them, like Infisical, HashiCorp Vault, and others, and some of them are open source, so you can self-host on your own infrastructure. I hope I convinced you to ditch the Dotenv files. And if you like the video, let me a comment below, give me a like and subscribe, it will be really helpful, and see you in the next one.